Nalyssa Smith and Angel Reese both got technical fouls, and things got a little chippy between the two.
Chicago's done a nice job defensively. Nice pass.
Right there.
How did Dejournay hit that to Smith? That was in our line of sight. There wasn't any daylight.
Yeah, the speed and accuracy of that pass.
Now we got some chippiness. Smith and Reese jawing at each other.
The WNBA is facing a growing problem with how players behave and how the league handles it. A recent fight between Chicago Sky's Angel Reese and Dallas Wings' Maddie Siegrist, possibly meant Maddie Siegrist, not Nalyssa Smith, led to both getting technical fouls, raising concerns about how well the league keeps things professional. This happened at the same time people are worried about rough play and Caitlin Clark's injury, showing a troubling pattern of more conflicts that could hurt the reputation of women's pro basketball.
Give me that! Jesus, dude, when Nalyssa Smith is doing that to you, you know you just aren't ready for it, man. When Nalyssa Smith is D'ing you up, blocking her shot, folks, Angel, you cooked her up last year. What happened?
The latest incident over player behavior in the WNBA happened during the Chicago Sky's 94-83 win over the Dallas Wings. Angel Reese and Eric Ogunbowale, assuming you meant Eric, not Nalyssa Smith, please correct if needed, got into a heated argument that forced teammates and referees to step in. It started with about 4 minutes left in the game, when Reese fouled Smith, sending her out of bounds. What looked like a normal play quickly turned into a serious issue, raising concerns about the league's image and how it protects players.
Anyway, this started off by Nalyssa Smith going for a rebound and Angel just shoving her. Just shoving her and then complaining to the refs. And by the way, I don't blame Angel Reese for, shoving people and expecting to get away with it. The referees have shown that you are allowed to shove people and get away with it. Like, that is a given. So,
after the foul was called, Reese disagreed with the referee's decision and started complaining. As Smith walked by, she made a comment that set off the confrontation. Instead of letting the refs handle it, Reese fired back, and the two got into a heated face-to-face exchange until their teammates stepped in to break it up. Both players were given technical fouls, but the incident points to a bigger issue. The league struggled to enforce rules and hold players accountable.
Now, if I was to take bets in this, Nalyssa Smith versus Angel Reese, I'm putting all of my $2.47. I'm putting all of that on Nalyssa Smith. All right, I'm not sure it would be even close. Like, I'm not sure Angel Reese would actually want that to turn into something where hands are involved.
This wasn't just a one-time burst of competitive energy. It's part of a pattern between these two players. Reports say Reese and Smith have been talking trash to each other since the 2024 season, when Reese was a rookie and Smith played for the Indiana Fever. This history shows that the WNBA hasn't done enough to manage ongoing conflicts between players before they blow up in public and hurt the league's image.
What happened last year? Was it the Indiana Fever on the jersey? That made you go extra hard? Was it that other player on that team that was like, oh, that 22, I really want to show her something? Is that what really made it? Because in these matchups against the Dallas Wings, you really haven't been anything special at all. Maybe Nalyssa Smith was tired of seeing her in a meme all offseason. Nalyssa's like, you know what? That next time I play her, I'm not going to let her cook me and do me like that.
If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe. Now, the way this confrontation played out raises real concerns about player discipline and emotional control. Smith showed her frustration by slamming the ball after the foul, while Reese shifted from arguing with the refs to going after Smith directly, showing a clear lack of professional restraint. Things got so heated that teammates had to physically step in to separate them, which shows the situation went far beyond normal competitive energy. The WNBA's response was surprisingly mild. Both players just got standard technical fouls, with no further punishment. That light response doesn't match how serious the confrontation looked, and it raises a bigger question. Is the WNBA doing enough to deal with repeated aggressive behavior before it turns into something worse? Sure, the technical fouls show the league recognized that both players crossed the line. But without stronger consequences, it might send the message that this kind of behavior isn't a big deal. And that could be dangerous for the future of the game.
And if you guys don't remember, like, even last season, the two of them were getting into it through the entire season. the two of them were getting into it, and you saw literally when the referees tried to break it up, you saw them just go like, don't. Like the two of them want to get into it. And again, this is a rivalry.
The Reese Smith altercation shouldn't be seen as an isolated event. It's part of a growing trend of aggressive behavior that's been building over recent WNBA seasons. One of the most talked about examples came earlier this year, when Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark clashed during the season opener. In that game, a physical play quickly escalated. Clark was called for a flagrant foul on Reese, and the situation led to technical fouls for both Reese and Indiana Fever forward Aaliyah Boston. Clark later said it was just a good take foul, and that there was nothing malicious about it. But the fact that officials still ruled it a flagrant shows how closely these plays are being watched, especially in today's more physical WNBA environment. Clark's calm and professional response stood out, especially when compared to the more heated reactions we've seen from other players. What's clear is that this isn't just about individual moments. It's a bigger issue. The rise in technical fouls and on-court confrontations points to a league-wide problem. For reference, in the NBA, a player gets suspended after 7 technical fouls, with more penalties added every 2 after that. That kind of structure shows the league takes these patterns seriously. But in the WNBA, despite similar signs of repeated aggressive behavior, it's becoming obvious that current rules and punishments may not be doing enough to keep things under control.
For your perspective on the flagrant foul, what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows.
The rise in on-court confrontations and technical fouls has serious consequences for the WNBA as it works to cement its place as a top-tier professional sports league. Fans tune in to see elite basketball, not shouting matches or scuffles that distract from the game itself. Every moment spent dealing with player conflicts is a moment taken away from highlighting the incredible talent, skill, and competitiveness that define women's professional basketball at its best. There's a growing divide between players who stay focused and handle adversity with professionalism, and those who seem to turn every disagreement into a public confrontation. This difference matters. While some players quietly dominate on the court and let their game do the talking, others draw attention through drama, and that controversy can sometimes overshadow players who are actually performing better. If the league wants to grow its audience and protect its reputation, it needs to reward professionalism and shift focus back to the basketball.
Angel Reese playing like trash all game, but that confidence doesn't waver, I guess, right? The arrogance doesn't waver, right? We could miss layups, we can miss shots, but that confidence doesn't waver at all. I mean, look at this. Angel Reese, after going 3 for 12 on the night, at this point, she has a historic play where she elbows Dejanay out the way, and here we go. Move it, little girl. And yeah, Angel Reese talking that trash. Yeah! You guys can't stop me. I'm 4 for 13.
The current concerns around WNBA player conduct take on even more weight with the recent injury to Caitlin Clark, the league's biggest star. Clark suffered a left quadriceps strain during a game against the New York Liberty, and just 2 days later, the Indiana Fever announced she'd be sidelined for at least 2 weeks, pending further evaluation. This isn't just a personal setback for Clark. It's a major blow to the league. She's the WNBA's top draw, driving both TV ratings and ticket sales. Her absence comes at a critical time, as the league has seen a rise in physical play and confrontational behavior. While Clark's specific injury hasn't been directly linked to rough play, the overall increase in physicality raises important questions about player safety and the league's responsibility to protect its stars. Clark missing time means the Fever will be without their best player for at least 4 games, including some key matchups that could have brought in strong ratings and fan interest. The impact is already being felt. Her MVP odds dropped from plus 115 to plus 250 after the injury news, showing just how much her presence affects both the competition and the WNBA's business.